Welcome to PFTV. I have the Tsonga Oak here, Tatana. Today, surely you can agree with me, man. It's a beautiful performance by the boys.
Yeah, this is Tatana, the Tsonga Oak.
What did I say, guys?
The Tsonga Oak Tatana.
Oh.
You know, yeah, man, I think what matters it's a win. Above all else, what matters it's a win. And also, it does matter on like how do we win. We're playing against Polokwane City that was showing us much respect, and we should have, punished it with more than, scoreline of one goal. And again, I think, I don't know, man. I don't know, but again, I think like the coach having to play Siema and Mbogazi, it just proves to him that if you build something, why break it? And I think there's nothing wrong with other defenders with Sesane and Ndlozi and everything, but I think with if you want to integrate them, like how you introduced the species today, like in the 70th minute, try to be able to introduce him if needs be. Though the game that we played today, it was not a game that was compelling for him to be able to defend so much, because in the last 10 minutes, because he had defended so much, you could tell, like, if you come to the stadium most of the time, there's this routine that they do, defenders, right, with Coach Mandla and the other coach, I just forgot his name, where they just play bomber shifting and everything, and you could tell like there was most of the time, because when Specy came in, there was second ball that will come in the middle of the park, because they don't have that instinctive of being able to pounce on the second ball. What they'll do is that they'll revert back and allowing the number 10 that came in, on the second stanza when it started. But other than that, as I said to you, we do take a win. Individual brilliance, of course, we won us the game, but I think if you play the way you played in terms of being able to convert the chance, you Tito played the ball to Sebelebele, like I stand to be corrected. I don't know who he played it to. It was a cutback, and the keeper parried away, and we got that chance and we converted. Look at the same pattern when it happened second half, on the left hand side when we were attacking. I just don't know who played the ball, and then he played a cutback. Mahopa hit the post. So these are patterns that you need to be able to note, that this is how we can be able to penetrate this team, because if we cycle the ball, a lot, it might not give us something. Today, you saw Sihle Nduli. I think he had two shots today. One in the first half, second in the one in the first half, and the second one in the second half as well. Sihle Nduli is not somebody who shoots, but it should tell you something that if we play these kind of teams, I'm talking about this building up to the game of Saturday. It's more likely, and with the clips that we've seen, 16 minutes, 10 minutes, you could tell Saint Eloi Lupopo, they're a team that they're not scared to be able to stay at the back, soak the pressure, and catch us on a break. So we need to be able to make sure that if we're adding numbers, let's make it count. Let's make it count. I think a lot of people today, in this is my opinion, and also it's like what I've been following, a lot of people did know that we're going to win the game against Polokwane City today. And even yourself, if you can hear the interviews, more emphasis is on the game against Saint Olwa Lupopo. And I mean, it'll be, I don't know, it'll be quite disappointing, for lack of a better word. Let's just put that. It'll be disappointing to be eliminated on the prelims, because as we look at it now, right now, Orlando Pirates is nominated as one of the best clubs, in Africa, and it's based off what the exploits and of course how they performed last season. Imagine having to be eliminated on the prelims, but yes, on the domestic, competitions or the league itself, we still need to win, and such wins, they do count. We're not saying this win doesn't count. We created a lot of chances, and we couldn't be able to be composed and be able to convert them. Polokwane City, Penom, when they play against big teams, they are nowhere to be seen. So we should have taken that as as to our advantage to be able to create more chances and be able to convert as well. In as much as I love Mahop and everything, but today I really wanted him to be able to stay between the two defenders because the balls were coming there. Why am I saying that? Look at Mbutuma when he comes. He's winning each and every aerial ball. He created, I think, like 2 chances in first 10 to 15 minutes when he came in, forcing a goalkeeper to be able to make a save. He missed as well when he shot. There's a ball that came in, played it back to, I don't know if it was Appollis who played it on the channel. I don't know who missed that ball as well, So it just tells you that, like, sometimes we love you, Mahopa, for being able to, make sure that you stretch the defenders. But such teams, I don't think, especially if you look at the number 5, they don't have that tactical acumen of, like, being able to understand their defensive duties. He should be able to stay in between, make them tire, But shout out to Mbutuma. I really liked what I see. Shout out to Thoma Swanganyi. It just showed that he is rejuvenated, And what's this? Kobe Yamrambo Nyosuba Suba Nemtanjera, coming to the fore once more. Shout out to Ndaba. I think he can get better.
Yeah, definitely can get better.
Yeah, because when in terms of his primary duties, excellent, but in terms of, like, when we are attacking, I think he rushes to play the ball or agalfuni ball in lakhe, he just wants to, get the ball away.
Birthday in the office. I think it was just a birthday in the office.
No, I cannot really title it as birthday the office. It's just that room of improvement that he can be able to improve, because it does happen that remember when you play maybe for Abu, Richards Bay and everything, most of the time when you play, you're being attacked. Your primary duty is to what? To defend. But now when you play for Orlando Pirates, we spoke about it Saturday, as I said to you, and we spoke about Tepo, you need to be able to attack those spaces. But when you are in that spaces and you have the ball alone, what do you do with the ball? You understand? If it means that this is the moment for you to try out to go to Muntu and play a cutback, let it be. You understand? And that's what differentiates, it is the different denominator with Dion Hoto, because he's willing to take the players on and try something out of nothing, But he had a brilliant game. I don't want to lie to you. Ndaba. He had a brilliant game as well. Yeah, no, he had a brilliant game. Look, when you are a defender, we judge you based off your primary duties, which is to defend. But when I said to you, when you play for Orlando Pirates, when you go forward on the offensive, we again judge you when you are on the other side. So those, for you being on the other side, it's good. You can identify the passages, the spaces, and be able to play, be composed. However, it does mean there is room for improvement. You do see the opportunity to venture into the last third, but you need to be able to improve on that. Because if you look at it, was there any threat from his side? No. Again, coming to Siema sometimes, I don't know, it happens a lot. I've been noting this with him. Sipho Chaine bailed him out. He bailed him out first half, and he again lost the ball in the middle of the park where he created a foul and got a yellow card. Those kind of things are things that he needs to be able to lower down or minimize, because for him to be considered as a national team player, like Masodala and Abu France and Argentina, abadali. Those are kind of chances they take. So if he wants to be considered as a defender that will form part of the World Cup squad, he needs to be able to minimize of that or on that. But again, we kept a clean sheet in the league. It really counts, even though we don't know what happened in Lumumbashi. But on to the next one, which is Saint Eloi Lupopo. I do believe that we're going to win that game by nothing less than 5 goals, So I'm Orlando Pirates at heart, bruh, and I believe Orlando Pirates is capable. Orlando Pirates is really capable, yeah.
No, beautiful one, Tatana. So briefly, man, we saw they didn't allow our broadcasters there, From the little clips that we saw, it seemed like they were using like dark art tactics there. There was a goal that I saw from Thoma.
Yeah.
I mean, the pitch wasn't in the best condition. What do you have to say to Sipho, man, to rectify these things? Because really, man, we can be at 2025. We're still playing and at such conditions. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, to start off, it's not Safa's duty. It's a CAF's duty to be
Yeah,
able.
Kev, sorry.
Yeah, so it's CAF to be able to rectify that. And till date, it's been happening in DR Congo. Look, it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing much we can do about it. We didn't really understand the foul that took place when Tito scored that goal. We really cannot be able to understand that. But what do we have to our vantage point is that those teams, they play in an artificial. They play in artificial pitch, so it means that they play with multi-studs soccer boots. So Orlando Pirates, when they come here, they need to make the pitch wet, very wet, because those guys, they're not used to playing in at 6 studs pitch, what's the 6 studs soccer boots and 8 studs and so forth. So that it happened, and I mean, there could be factors that contributed maybe to our guys, losing was this concentration. Because all the goals, we can cry all we want, but all the goals, there's no goal that is not legitimate. There's all of their goals, they're good, but Abdeslam, and that's why I say to you, we just have to make sure that we make the pitch wet. CAF Confederations Cup, the CAF itself as a body, I think this thing of saying that prelim games, teams or federations, they can do as they please, but when it comes to group stages, that's when they can be able to broadcast. It needs to end, because this is like CAF, it's international. In terms of club competition, it is international, so they have to be able to look at these things. And we're not the first to cry about that, man. You hear stories about Congo. Kaiser Chiefs had 5 players that had running stomach as well. Apparently most of our players, or rather the whole squad, they played on like without having to eat, because those kind of tactics. We cannot, as I said to you, and as I've been reiterating, is that we cannot be able to cry about that. It happened, and we just have to be able to come in numbers as Orlando Pirates supporters and be able to be behind the team. And the team itself, it is capable. We saw they created multitude of chances. We can be able to do the same thing again. Orlando Pirates is very much capable, and we will be able to expose that team that it's okay. Ball has evolved, and we're South Africans, and we'll show you. We didn't qualify for World Cup by fluke. We didn't finish third on AFCON by fluke. Morocco, we don't defeat it by fluke. You understand? We're not under 20 AFCON champions by fluke. We are South African. We'll show you.
Thanks, Tatana. Bopa.
Bopa.